Hey, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ronzi.
And we are AA Batteries, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different this week. Instead of doing a skit, we're going to be talking about one of our favorite movies of all time, Prince of Egypt. So, Ronzi, what did you like about Prince of Egypt?
Prince of Egypt is all around a fantastic movie. It has a fantastic story, and I mean, like, it's a story that's been heard before. I'm like, if you've seen the Ten Commandments, you know the story. If you've read the book of Exodus, you know the story. It's one of those stories that most people will know it, whether they're a Christian or they're not. It's the story of Moses growing up in Egypt, going away, getting a call from God to say, let my people go. He comes back, and the plagues happen, and they leave Egypt. So the story's been done before, but the one thing that I really like about the story for the Prince of Egypt is the focus that they put on Moses and Ramesses as brothers. That is the main focus of the story. It's not necessarily, hey, let my people go. It's, you're my brother, and I have to tell you to let my people go. You really see the torture in Moses and Ramesses as they're going through this story, going from being brothers to being enemies, and what that does to them on the inside. You can really see that Moses doesn't want to have these plagues happen because he really cares about his own family.
Oh my goodness, I just love the relationship between those two. It just gives more depth and more character development into both Moses and to Ramses as well. I mean, I just love the whole story. And one thing that I really respect is the voice acting. I mean, I'm an actor at heart. I mean, I love acting, and that's what I focus on. That's one of my main focuses is the acting good. That camera angles can be a little off. The lighting can be terrible, but if the acting is believable, then I'll enjoy it. Then I can enjoy it. And the voice acting, I treat it in the same way in an animated movie as well. The voice acting here was incredible. Not only did they have a lot of stars, because you can have a lot of stars and have bad voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
But they did it so well, where it was so believable.
Yeah, had a lot of big names: Patrick Stewart, Ralph Fiennes, Val Kilmer. They just had so many expert actors on this movie, and it just worked out really well.
Yeah, this wasn't just another animated film. This wasn't something where it's like, oh, this is just something to make money. No, they took the time and the effort in terms of the animation. It was beautifully well drawn. Nowadays, it's so focused on 3D that sometimes the 3D just looks terrible. I'd rather have, at other points, I'd rather have the 2D animation.
Oh yeah.
Just because it just looks better.
Yeah, they can make 2D animation look phenomenal. Sometimes I'm the same way. You know, yeah, CGI is getting better. It looks really cool, but sometimes it's just like, just draw it. Exactly. It looks prettier if you draw it.
Another thing that this movie really excels at are the musical numbers.
Oh, the music's amazing in this movie. If you haven't seen Prince of Egypt, see it for the music alone. The music makes this story so much more epic.
Exactly. Like, what were your favorite songs from there?
Honestly, I would say my two favorite songs is the opening title, "Deliver Us," which shows the torment and slavery of the Egyptians, of the Hebrew people at the hands of the Egyptians so well, and they're just crying out to God to deliver us. So that, "Deliver Us" is amazing. I also like "Through Heaven's Eyes," which is the song sung by Moses' father-in-law. As he comes into the camp, and it really makes Moses see things in perspective, that his life is so much more than it's, what he thinks it is. It's really cool. What about you?
"Let My People Go." And
"Let My People Go" is amazing.
It showed the relationship the relationship strained between Pharaoh and Moses, because Moses is here. He's saying, I gotta do what God wants me to do. I love God, and I need to do what He wants me to do. However, I wish He would have chosen someone else. And it really showed the tension between Pharaoh and Moses, and that was one of my favorites.
I really liked it. You know, we both really love The Prince of Egypt. The story, the voice acting, the songs. There are other elements to the movie that we just don't have time to get into.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend giving The Prince of Egypt a watch if you haven't seen it before, and if you haven't seen it in years, pick it up.
Exactly.
It holds up. It really does. And like it came out in the late '90s, but it holds up. The animation's good. The voice acting is still good. The story will always be relevant.
Yeah. This is just a great animated film and one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
So this is AA Batteries, and if you would like for us to do this more often, if you want this to become a regular thing, comment below. Comment on our Facebook page. We'll put the link to our Facebook page underneath our description, or comment on our YouTube channel. So we are AA Batteries, and see you guys next time.